No matter who you are or how old you are, if you are a woman, you will deal with the consequences of this sooner or later, and there is no escaping it. A family member of mine died recently, and he was the last person I would ever have expected to leave this planet. And as we all know, when someone dies and the people around you and around us find out about it, they begin to do what most people do. They try to comfort you the best way they know how. But we know people don't always know what to say nor how to say it, and that leaves an awkward space. Well, my relative was divorced and had children, 2 wonderful children, and was no longer married. But you know what? No matter how you look at it, we're all going to lose someone that we loved and have to deal with the insensitive comments of the people around us. It's just what we have to go through. There are consequences that we have to deal with when we have people in our lives that we love. And love costs. And every woman has to pay the consequence for loving and losing that loved one. It's inevitable. It's just the price we pay. And when we lose that loved one, there is a feeling of it being surreal. Some feel like they're going crazy because of the grief, and some just want to retreat. But we all have to pay a price for loving someone, and we must remember that when we love someone, we must be prepared to lose them. If we don't, then we will suffer great consequences. What are those consequences? Well, there are a number of them. But the first one consequence is shock. And we just can't believe that our loved one is gone forever. And as women, we will spend most of our time comforting others and not comforting ourselves, or allowing others to comfort us. So while everyone else is able to go through the grief and experience some healing as they carry it, some of us do not and end up struggling with the grief longer than necessary. Because as women, we are what? Nurturers by nature and design. Our natural tendency is to be drawn to those around us that need to be comforted and nurtured. Most women. Even in the death of a loved one, we still remain nurturers and relational people as women. So we are. So while we're comforting others, our need to heal goes unaddressed. And this causes us to neglect our own heart and need to be nurtured and comforted. And so we are comforting while our heart is in chaos. And we end up nurturing others while needing to be nurtured ourselves. This is a consequence we have to deal with as women. So make sure as you go forward, you go through each day, and as you comfort those around you who are suffering due to the loss of a loved one or just in a chaotic situation, make sure you take time to care for yourself so that you don't carry the pain without addressing your own needs. Hey, this is Renee Butler with Life After Loss, where we find purpose and power through the pain. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time, Lord willing. It's going out just